pressure either, so that's kinda helping too.
How many sprays do you think that saves?
Oh, that saves a lot. I mean, just mite spray will save you at least $50 an acre on each, if you save that extra spray there.
So one spray is $50 an acre for mites. And you think the MultiFIX has saved you from at least one mite spray a year?
Yeah.
Has it done more than one mite spray, you think, compared to your neighbors?
Well, it's hard to tell. I haven't, last year I had to use, one time. There's been years when I haven't sprayed for mites at all. But, it's hard to tell, but at least once, for sure.
So that's a $50 an acre savings by using the MultiFIX.
Yeah.
And
And then plus the nitrogen and the potassium.
how much, and
Well, you go,
Price.
using 500 pounds, when we're down to 300 pounds, that's 200 pounds of potassium.
what's the current price of potassium?
Think of probably around, I would say, $6 to $4 a pound.
So that's a pretty significant,
Amount of savings there.
yes, $4
No,
a pound.
No,
That-
now I'm talking about the other fertilizer. I'm gonna have to look it up. I think it's around $1.50 or $2 a pound. Sorry about that.
And, but on potassium, that'd be $1,000 an acre for potassium.
No,
can't
it's
be-
only, it can't be, it's even less than that.
Yeah, we'll have to look up that
Yeah.
price, but
Yeah.
it's a significant saving. So you think you save enough to pay for the MultiFIX, is that correct?
Yeah.
And then you think the increase in quality and yield makes you money on the harvest side.
Yeah.
So, the biggest comment I get, people say the MultiFIX is really expensive, but you're saying that it pays for itself on reduction of chemicals and then fertilizer, and then it helps with the overall crop. So that's pretty impressive. A few years ago, you had almonds that, you used MultiFIX on, I believe, 40 acres and not MultiFIX on the other 40 acres, and the well had gone down.
Yes.
And then you said the trees did much better where the MultiFIX was.
Yeah.
What happened to the well, or how long were the trees without water?
The trees were without water almost 45 days, and then that's right in the middle of the summer.
Wow.
And my where we didn't use the MultiFIX, they started turning yellow. I have some pictures of those too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I saved them, and I looked at the other the trees where they were all nice attack, green still until we got the water back on. They were wilted, but they were not. They didn't change colors yet.
What, were you able to get any type of crop off of either side?
Yes, yeah. We still luckily we still made it, but it was a little rough, but we made it.
Did the MultiFIX side have a higher crop production than the side that was without MultiFIX?
Yes, definitely did.
So that's pretty dramatic, 45 days no water, and what month was it? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was, it happened in May, probably like the middle of May, and we didn't have any, we had water back on them in July.
Wow, that's a big deal. So.
And that was one of those years that we didn't have that much rain either. This year will be kind of different, we still got a lot of moisture in the ground.
Right.
And that year it was dry to start with.
How old were those trees, do you remember?
They were 4 years old.
And you used MultiFIX for how long?
Oh, ever since we planted those, the 40 acres.
So you left half the field with no MultiFIX, and the other half had MultiFIX.